Well, Jake, home opener tomorrow night. Where's the excitement level?
Yeah, obviously, seeing just even hockey yesterday, being back in the mix, and it's high. I can't wait for it to get going. It's been a long off season, and everything that you train and prepare for leads to the start now, and then you keep building. But I'm excited. That's at home, obviously, and can't wait. Sorry, excuse me. Jeez, I didn't know where to hide there. Got something going on, but yeah, it's getting better.
Do you get antsy a little bit when there's a couple nights worth of games that you got to sit and watch, and you obviously want to be out there and want to be out there with the guys?
I think it's human nature. Even just going to eat lunch and stuff, you see it on the TVs and everything now. But I've waited long enough. I'm ready to go. I'm just excited for that puck to drop. But I think everyone in here is getting that feeling again, which is always, it's kind of nice to feel a little nervous again.
How encouraged were you by what you saw in the preseason? And I know it was a brief sample, but the way you guys were snapping it around on the power play.
Yeah. Obviously, we practiced it. We practiced a couple times now. Sorry. My bad. I need a mask. We practiced it a couple times, which I think it's been good. Obviously the kill knows what we're trying to do as well, and we got good killers, but in the games, just when we're moving around all together, and obviously Quinn's leading it, and PD shooting, and Brock's getting in the right spots, I think that we can be a pretty dangerous unit. Obviously, it's going to be a point of emphasis. We need to be good in special teams to start, especially with how our schedule is. It'd be ideal if we were to start off hot. So that's something that we'll be focused on. But there's players on the other team that are trying to stop us too. So we just got to outwork them.
It'll be your first home opener as a Vancouver Canuck. How are you feeling heading into it tomorrow?
Yeah, excited. I got to play in front of this crowd last year, but I think a home opener is always special, and get to see the energy in the building and everything. I think it was energized in the preseason, so it'll be fun tonight or tomorrow night.
How do you feel about the preparation the group has done to get to this point, and how ready are you guys to get after it?
I think really good. I think we started off good in Penticton there, a lot of energy there, and good pace we had over there. So I think it's been good, healthy competition throughout camp, and everybody's looking ready to go now. I think we've had a few days here between the last preseason game and the first game, so everybody's on their toes there, getting ready to go.
A few young kids have cracked the roster too. How exciting is that for the veteran guys to have some of that youthful enthusiasm around?
Yeah, it's awesome to see. You see a guy like Foote, first camp, 18-year-olds, and then playing like he belongs. So that's always fun to see, and you're really impressed by his camp so far. And we'll do everything we can to help him out when the season gets going here, because it's another level too. So he'll do great though.
Marcus, you didn't get a chance really to play a lot with Thatcher Demko last year just because he was injured down the stretch there. But he's looked good in preseason.
He bailed me out one time there in Edmonton, so he's been looking pretty sharp.
I was going to say, what does it mean to the group knowing that you have a Vezina capable caliber goaltender? I mean, you got two good goaltenders, obviously, but just the excitement level of having Thatcher back and healthy.
Yeah, it's energizing for sure. Like you said, two good goaltenders. You know that you don't have to change your style of play or your game each and every night, because you got two good goalies back there. But to Thatcher, really just excited for him. I know I haven't been there in the past, but I know he dealt with a lot of injuries and stuff. So just to see him, being able to go full and looking very good. So it's awesome to see.
Anxious and excited are you and the group to get going tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's time. I mean, talking to the players, they're ready to get going. Like you said, they're anxious, so it was exciting to see it underway.
You've been around long enough, Adam. Ask you the question that everybody's asking in Vancouver. Is this a playoff team?
Well, we would like to think that way. Yeah. We're working to do that, but that's a long ways away. But it starts now with our process, like we've been talking about all summer with our leadership group. What we do, leading up to this every day, the sacrifice of belief is the only thing we can control. If we do that every day and believe in it, we're going to be in a good spot.
How happy are you about the buy-in from the teams? The players talk relentlessly about the vibe, about trying to play a more up-tempo system, and the mood certainly seems right, and I'm sure everything else has to fall into place.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give them, the leadership group, a lot of credit. They've done a lot of work this summer together and continued, in training camp, but also each game you're going to have blips. You're playing against good hockey teams, good hockey players, and sometimes it's what they're doing to you, and it's your reaction. And we were able to, a couple times we didn't have a lead, and we were able to stay calm in the structure. And I know it's just preseason, but it's a good start, and we discuss that. And also, we play a great rush team in Edmonton. In the second period, we gave them a couple we shouldn't have, and we learned from that and move on, and but not go completely rogue. But I like the way they stayed in it together.
Right. Arshdeep is a guy that's figured it out at every level he's played. He's got a great opportunity right now, but he doesn't have a scoring profile at the NHL level. What do you need from him to make that a success in the role that he's in?
Well, I think it's a good question, because that'll come if he does the right things, and he'll play if he's predictable and reliable, and he knows that, and he has been. And what I like is he's been real reliable and predictable. And in saying that, I don't want to put the pressure on a young guy where he's got to go out there and worry about his decisions at the blue line every time he enters the blue line. But to know that I'd rather see the right plays as far as, making strong plays with the puck rather than making high-end plays and managing the game and who your opponent is, who you're on the ice with. And he has done that, and the points will follow. And we play the right way. It doesn't matter. I truly believe his points will follow. And I think he's aware that we're not going to be all over him for points, so we can give him a little bit more freedom in his mind just to stay in that structure. And I'm not saying he's got to play like a robot. There's times where he's got to make good decisions. With the puck, young guys will try to do too many cute things to make an extra play. And at the pro level, they can smell that a mile away. So we just got to stick to that, and he has been.
With Evander going with the two kids, how much of that is about wanting a veteran with a couple of young players, or versus just the style of player he is and what he would bring to that line?
Well, they just had some rhythm, and yeah, I'd say because of the veteran, but we're ready to, if we have to shift, we're ready to shift. We had conversation with him and the kids, and he doesn't want things like that, where a shift is not necessarily because we're disappointed in a player, or a player can't do it. It's just a better matchup. So there's discussion with that, and we'll keep an eye on it. And but Canner's going to be in a position where, depending how he is, game in, game out with his condensed schedule, where we'll move him around, and he's aware of that as well.
What do you have to do in terms of deployment to put Braden Coots in situations where he can be successful?
Well, we're always going to look at matchups when we can, but we're not going to get stuck on matchups either when we don't have control of it. But he's proven that he can defend with his mind and his body, and he's not afraid to get physical either. But we'll always keep an eye, like we would on any matchup. We're keeping eyes on to see. Because sometimes guys are better with different matchups, whether they're defenseman or a young forward, or even a forward that's been around a long time.